Welcome back, once again adventurers, to Let's Play BlazBlue Calamity trigger. Last time we closed the curtain on the chapter of Iron Tiger, and now we're going to jump ahead to the story of the boy vigilante known as Clover. I actually note that we could have actually played these character stories in any particular order. That doesn't really matter, but for the sake of this Let's Play, I'm playing the stories the way that I've already done, so that's all I have to say on that matter. But for now, let us jump into Carl's story. Carl's story's promise. Comfortable rays of light shine through the leaves, waking me up with their gentle warmth. When I come to, my sister is standing next to me. I'm sure she was watching over me, protecting me.
Good morning, sis. Isn't it nice out today? Seems like the heavens are blessing us. Don't you think so?
And there's no response. At least none that we can hear.
Yes, I know. We can't be relaxing just yet, right?
After being urged by my sister, I stand up. Soon we will arrive at the central part of Kagutsuchi. We can't afford to waste any more time here. It's actually a very nice looking forest area, and of course, off in the distance is the hierarchical city itself. We're actually still have a fair way to go, but actually, well, in hindsight, we're not too far away from Kagutsuchi altogether. But Carl's motivations, if you haven't been following my Let's Play thus far, is very straightforward. First of all, he is a vigilante under the tutelage of Bang Shishigami Ronin Guy, and he's only interested in two things. First of all, the bounty that the NOL have posted on the head of Ragna the Blood Edge, the SS-class criminal, and more specifically, the item which Ragna himself possesses, the infamous Azure Grimoire. As to why Clover would want the Azure Grimoire is something that we don't yet understand. Yet, in any case.
Well, there seems to be a place called Orient Town nearby, so let's go over there. Yeah, I hope the people are nice too. I also hope they can give us information on Ragna the Blood Edge. That'll save us some trouble too.
Don't be too sure about that, Carl. The NOL do have various soldiers wandering around the city itself.
Shall we go, sis?
And there is Carl Clover's quote-unquote sister. Her name, I believe, is Ada Clover, as Carl will attest, but yeah, this is a bit complicated because Ada in question, or rather the marionette standing before us, is actually a Nox Nyctores weapon in its own right. To be more specific, the Nox Nyctores Nirvana, an automaton of great and terrible power. Though somehow it appears that something may have actually happened to Ada Clover herself, whether she was actually, well, I actually doubt that Carl Clover's sister herself was actually, yeah. On the one hand, let me just try and put this into words. The Nox Nyctores weapons were actually built, a century ago during the Battle of the Black Beast, so Ada Clover and, to that matter, Carl wouldn't have been alive at that point. But somewhere along the lines, Ada Clover, well, Well, actually, there are two theories at this point. One is that Nirvana's effect on Carl makes him think that she is, in fact, Ada Clover, or perhaps even more terrifyingly, at some point in time, Ada Clover herself was used to upgrade Nirvana itself, which is a very terrifying thought no matter which way you slice it. As to who did that or how, that ultimately remains unknown at this point. The light shining through the trees makes this such a beautiful morning. I hope I can walk this area again with you someday, sis. The light feels so warm. I can't help but think those thoughts. Now, even though we can't hear what Nirvana/Ada is saying, apparently Carl can actually perceive what Ada is thinking or saying. And our first save of Carl's story.
Now, I wonder where Ragna the Blood Edge could be. Let's gather some information first.
Reconnaissance is always the first step of any up-and-rising vigilante, it seems.
I think we're going to have to do some walking, sis. But tell me when you're tired, okay?
Yeah, unfortunately, due to the effect that Nirvana has on Carl's psyche, he will continue to see her as Ada Clover no matter what. This includes the fact that, as a Nox Nyctores automaton, Nirvana cannot technically get tired the way that normal organic human beings can. Although, being an automaton, she can get exhausted in the machine sense, I suppose. And no, I am not going to make any sort of Kurt Cobain. Well, I've already made a reference to Kurt Cobain, but no jokes whatsoever regarding the actual band Nirvana.
Hey you! Small one over there! Do you know of Ragna?
Hail and well met, Taokaka. It seems like we have a rival vigilante on our hands here, Carl.
Huh? Ragna?
That's cat lingo for Ragna the Blood Edge.
Yeah! He's the... what's it called? The big bad villain that came here? Oh, are you talking about Ragna the Blood Edge? No, that's it! Town must capture Ragna. Then I'll get lots and lots of money.
Looks like we have a rival on our hands.
Are you a vigilante?
In a manner of speaking, not that Tao actually knows what it means.
Vigilante? What's that? Is that yummy?
Tao.
A vigilante is...
She's a strange girl, although, to tell the truth, I'm not sure if she's a boy or a girl. She is a girl, there, Carl. It does appear that the ears on her head are real, however. I met beastmen while I was at the academy, but this creature seems different. Of course, if you were paying attention during Jin and Noel's stories, you will actually remember that Carl was in fact a graduate, an underclassman of the NOL's military academy itself.
And so people who capture wanted criminals and get money for it are referred to as vigilantes by the general public.
That's too many words and syllables for Tao to process there, Carl. You should probably explain in terms of food.
Tao doesn't like complicated stories. I don't think it was too complicated.
I would probably beg to differ on that.
Okay, so anyway, I understand that I'm a vigi-something.
What do you have to say about that, Nirvana? Yeah, I thought so.
You're probably right, sis. Perhaps she's the type who learns through experience rather than from a lecture.
Maybe, Tao could end up being a partner in crime.
Huh? I love moving around. You want to play with me?
Or we could just have a sparring match, I suppose.
Huh? You want to spar? I guess I don't mind.
We should probably be careful. The Kaka clan are pretty wily opponents.
Don't worry. I'll be fine. I won't let my guard down. I'm aware of the physical capabilities of beastmen. And she doesn't seem to be so strong, either.
Yeah, of course, because, Calder's experience comes from the fact that, Noelle Vermillion's, one of her best friends, Makoto Nanya, was a beastkin. A squirrel beastkin, not a cat.
Meow! Who are you talking to? Here I come!
And of course, Tao thinks that Carl is talking to a robot. But it's time for us to do battle. So, we might as well have at it. Carl Clover versus Taokaka. This is going to be somewhat of an interesting bout, because I'm not actually that used to, playing as Carl, or fighting as Carl, I should say.
Is turning.
Because while Carl does have a few invention tricks up his sleeves, his combat style and his distortion, his drive attack actually relies on Nirvana actually, there's some of Carl's inventions, and probably should get Nirvana active so that, ooh. Come on. Oh, this could be bad. Oh. Yeah, see that green, the green bar beneath Carl's health bar is the energy bar of Nirvana herself. Oh god. Unfortunately, I have to hold down the drive attack button to actually awaken Nirvana herself, which is incredibly frustrating. Nope. Back here. Fine. Yeah. Carl's, well, I probably should bring up, Carl's, moveset again, just to, just have a quick look at, yeah. I have to, try and make sure that, Nirvana is active with the, drive attack. This is, ooh. And, come on. Yeah. Get in there. We can actually call Nirvana to us, just in case, but, oh, that's bad. Don't want to be too far away from her. Need her at our side. Ooh, that's bad. Ooh. Stay back calm. Stay back calm. Try and keep her ahead of us. Yeah, she is wily opponent. Try and get her midair. Go. Oh! No, 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 no! That was bad. Come on. Come on. Oh, damn it. Nirvana's running low on energy. It's bad. Get enough Rhapsody of memories and then try and get her. There we go. I know I was mashing the buttons there, but I really do not like fighting as Carl.
I don't know why, but the world is spinning.
Yeah, Carl isn't the easiest character to fight as, in my opinion. I know with enough practice I could actually get used to fighting as him, but given the fact that he pretty much relies on Nirvana for the majority of his attacks, even though he has a few tricks up his sleeve as I mentioned at the beginning of the fight, yeah, he is actually a fairly complicated fighter.
Whew.
But we did
She
manage
was a strong one, wasn't she, sis? It was a good lesson. I guess I can't judge a person by their looks. I mean, cat.
I think we did. I think you just contradicted yourself there, Carl, but, well, we, did emerge victorious.
Meow, meow, meow!
And, Tao was, suddenly active again.
Ah! I think I lost. So we play again. I won't lose this time. You must be kidding me.
Yep, if there are two things that Taokaka loves in the world, it is food and it is fighting.
Let's run for it, sis. I won't last if we keep this up.
Yeah, almost drained Nirvana's energy quite well there, unfortunately. When Nirvana is inactive, her energy does replenish itself, but that means Carl pretty much has to do all the grunt work, and that is never a good thing.
Hey, you wait! Come back here! You can't outrun me!
Of course, Tao is also one of those people that doesn't take no for an answer. And, it is time to save again.
I finally lost them. What was that all about?
I think Tao was just being over-energetic as usual, but, this looks like a good place to actually catch our breath. And on that note, when we return, adventurers, we shall hopefully, scour the rest of Kagutsuchi for more information on sightings of Ragna the Blood Edge, the SS class criminal. As always, adventurers, until next we meet.